All right, everybody, welcome in. Back at it. Another week of the Ruthless Racing Pro-Am series. This week they're heading off to Phoenix for the second race of the round of 8. What's going on with this? So Cork was your West Higgins ORV Pole Award winner with a 25.823. He's in that number 8 car. These guys are ready to go. We're going to jump in the lobby. I'm going to get Gaff Musa, who's with me in the booth tonight, a few invites. And then we're going to load in and join in on the action. All right. Gappo, when you get in here, will you send me back a few invites just so I have them?
Of course.
In case something goes down. We're going to load into this one. A lot riding on this race. Winner of this race, if they're in the final 8, can point their way in or win their way into the championship in 2 weeks at Las Vegas. Right now we got Monkey and Flux on the cut line, separated by 3 points. So we'll have to keep track of that along with the other guys. But right now they're coming to the green flag. Cork's going to lead them. Redneck Jesus is on the outside, followed by Crimson and Alex. As you can see, people are already utilizing the dog leg here on the first lap. 7 cars making a move to the inside of Cork right now. Cork's going to get a better run off the top side of 2. And so is the 38, who's going to move up to second.
Yeah, I got a question for you. What's your opinion on them running the dog leg a lot? I know some people say that abuse their tires a lot, and some people have their car set up for it. What's your take on that?
Yeah, so kind of with how this stage 1 works out, you're not really saving a whole lot here. It's just one pit, kind of split it up evenly. So for right now, it won't matter. We got actually a car in the wall there. 16 whacked the inside wall and going into 3. And 38 hit it coming out of 4. Yeah, my opinion, I mean, it's in the game. It's not a big deal. Oh, Stu's actually going to spin here. We're going to have a caution, maybe.
Oh.
24's in the wall. And no caution. Actually, a couple cars spun. It looked like Monkey spun. 16 got damaged, Flux. But no yellow flag coming out early in this one. So that's going to change the game plan for the 24 car, because he's going to have to work hard to keep that damaged car on the lead lap here. Still got Cork up front. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a good thing that it's still early in the race, so you can definitely recover from it. I mean, it's something that's not ideal, but it's better than being a lap down and also wrecking at the same time.
Cork's making a move. Actually, Crimson's making a move on Cork. I think it's hard to complete that pass on the bottom. The car on the outside gets a very good drive off of turn 2 down that longer straightaway. Cork may be lagging a little bit, but they're keeping it straight. Crimson's back underneath him. So riding on board with Redneck. Alex has now made his way up here to battle for the lead. He's right there in that 99 car. And he's going to take 3rd from the 38. Oh, contact between the 38 and the 99. Redneck gives it back to him, though.
Yeah, it's crazy, too, was even though the field is still decently sized, the majority of drivers are going to be playoff drivers, so there's going to be a lot more beat and banging than you would see normally.
I'm surprised. Crimson was able to make the adjustment that he was during those practices that we saw. You know, he ran a few laps and in multiple lobbies, went back, made adjustments, and then that last lobby, his car really was taking off, and you could see just through the center of the turn there, the 7 was able to get back on the gas faster than the 8, but he's just got nowhere to go right now. Alex is on the inside of Crimson. Skew Car Gapamusa's in the booth with me tonight. We got a lap count. Let's see. Oh, shit.
Yeah, these drivers are all trying to get the groove and rhythm in, as we see majority of everyone's single file right now. Got a couple of battles.
Yeah, top 4 under Blankett here. Alex is moving to the inside of the 7. Might actually get to the inside of Cork here. There was a little contact there. The 8 car moved up the track a little bit. 7's not running the dog leg. Alex takes the shortcut, as some would say, to try to get a run here on Cork, but there's just not exit speed off the bottom here. And actually, 99 gets super loose, and I think a caution has came out. Let's see if we have any cars spun. I don't believe so. A little bit of a random caution there.
Yeah, and again, with the playoff atmosphere, everyone's trying to go for that win, even though there's still over 100 laps left of the race. Track position means that much more with each lap that goes by.
So that'll probably serve as the pit stop required for this stage. We'll have to see what the lap count is when they go green here. The Cork all the way down to the inside wall. 23 to go. Yep, they'll have enough fuel and tires to make it to the end.
Now they can make it. It's still going to be difficult, though, coming towards the end of the tire runs, because everyone's cars from the practice races that we did, everyone has a different feel to them.
Yeah, and right now, obviously, Stage 2 has been talked a lot about this week, and kind of people have set their cars up for that, but a lot of guys show up with a little bit of a faster setup for Stage 1 and 3, and then make the adjustments on pit road. So, honestly, 23 laps, it's not difficult to make, but if you're running hard, you could definitely run into some tire trouble quicker than you think here. Crimson's making a pass for the lead. He's actually going to clear Cork. And we got a new leader here with about 20 to go in Stage 1, number 1.
And expect quite a few lead changes, in my opinion. I feel like with strategy, there would be the dominant guys, but then there would be the guys who play off strategy. And with it being a playoff race, you can bet that a lot of these people are going to go for lead lap points.
Sniper's making his way towards the front. He's now in 4th. Haven't talked a lot about him yet so far in this race. He's running that number 19. Bass Pro Shops Camry, not Camaro. Sniper's got some work to do, I think, towards the playoff bubble. Let's see. He's actually last on the cut line. So for him, he definitely needs to make up some points in this race. Might need a win from Phoenix here. Right now, Crimson Sky is playing spoiler, as Crimson's not a playoff driver. We saw this kind of happen at Michigan. Crimson had a really good car there. Actually, we've seen it a few places. We saw Crimson have a really good car at Michigan, run up front a ton, and he led a lot of laps at the Charlotte Roval. Almost took that win away from the playoff guys, but Flux was able to get it done right there at the end due to a no-tire stop the 7 car made.
Yeah, and you gotta bring up another thing too. Like you said, the points wise, as we are I'm currently on Cork Mob. Do you think some of these drivers would treat it as a must-win situation, knowing that maybe they may see themselves a little out of the chance for the Final Four right now? So do you think there may be some more gambles that you would normally not see?
Well, I think right now the only person that's in a for sure must-win situation is probably Sniper, because he lagged out, I think, of Daytona, or he didn't make it. He didn't make the race. He had some other things going on, so he was able to not get any points at all for that Daytona race. So as far as the 19 is concerned, I mean, he's a whole race behind of points on these guys, and that's probably going to put him in a must-win, unless he has somebody that messes up, and he would need points in every stage, almost to win every stage and finish second in the last 2 races to be able to get there. So as far as everybody else, I don't know. If we don't see any new winners, then I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. If Flux or somebody below the cut line wins, it's going to put everybody probably in a must-win at Auto Club. Right now, Flux and Monkey are close. There's a 3-point difference on the cut line, but above that, Flux is 23 points behind Cork. So, and Cork looks like he's going to have a good run tonight. Because we got actually a new leader. We got Sniper out front now. We're just talking about him. A must-win scenario.
Yeah, and it's going to be good to see some of these drivers start to try to make their way through the field. The competitiveness is so close. I mean, a 10th or 2/10 will make a difference between you winning a stage and you finishing probably 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, you can see these guys, but it looks like the top 4 are kind of along the same pace, and then Flux, Redneck, and Monkey right now are running together as the second pack, and then Stu and Maff are just hanging out right there. Stu doesn't really need to run great tonight. He's already locked in, obviously, with the win last week at Daytona. He'll be racing for a championship in 2 weeks. But, nobody wants to run the back of the field, so he's probably going to try and tune that thing up a little bit more for the rest of the race tonight.
Looks like Crimson is a little tight. He went from being second to now 4th and is fading back a little bit, which is a little weird. It's a little strange because we do believe that everyone could make it on fuel and tires, so maybe Crimson may need to make an adjustment come stage 2.
Yeah, I think we saw in that last practice his car kind of take off there, and then he said he was having right rear wear issues towards the end of the run, so he might have had to back it down right now to make this 23-lap run. Like I said, 23 laps isn't crazy, but this place just kills tires, and you could definitely pop a tire within 23 laps if you're running really hard.
Yeah, Crimson is really fading back. He's going to hope that stage 2 comes up quickly here.
Yeah, well, it's not going to get any better in stage 2 for him. Stage 2 is going to be all about saving the tires you got. So he's going to definitely have to make some big adjustments here to figure it out.
Yeah, a good thing that he's at least seeing the con of his setup early in the race rather than later in the race, because we could have a flash of cautions and he would never notice this issue.
Correct.
Let's say just now. So I mean, even though his car is not perfect, he can definitely take this as a learning experience more than a negative experience and turn it into a positive and make some good adjustments and contend on the long run. I mean, like you said in the practice races, he made some really, really great adjustments, but as you can clearly tell that all the adjustments weren't being made to his car because he is struggling and is falling pretty quickly from the leaders.
Right now, on another note, Sniper gets the wall hard. Cork was catching him. and that's gonna relinquish the lead to the 8 car. I thought there was gonna be a pretty good battle there. I think Sniper might have got a little loose, then tight, and then walled. I don't know. But the 8 car's back up front. Let's see if Sniper can run him back down. The 8 car kind of was getting back to his bumper. Sniper's car was fading a little bit, but then sometimes when you get behind somebody, you can start running good laps again, and maybe the guy that's out front misses his marks because there's nobody there for him to judge his line off of. So maybe this 19 car can get back. I think we got about 4 laps to go right there. It'll be 3 to go next time around.
Yeah, and you mentioned that following someone at this track is a little more easier than actually leading. With that being said, do you still prefer that clean air over the dirty air? Because, I mean, following may seem a little more easier, but, I mean, at the end of the day, you still want to be out and leading right now.
Yeah, right now for the stage, I definitely want to be out front in this situation. It kind of depends on the situation you're in. I would say that, yeah, it just depends. I would be okay with following somebody, as long as they're not getting away from me or stuff like that. But
that's another thing too.
What's up? Go ahead.
We were saying how some people may need to start, saving tires and fuel. So, you would think that being behind someone may actually be a great reference and actually be more beneficial than actually being leading in clean air. So that can also play a huge factor into your decision in wanting to follow someone or battling for the clean air or even the lead.
Yes, sir. That'll be something to watch here in stage 2. But this is going to be the final lap of stage number 1. Cork Mob takes it into turn 1 and 2. Sniper's underneath of him. They make contact. It's going to force the 8 car up towards the wall. Sniper's still got the run. He may have a chance at him here into turn 3. Is he going to put the bumper to the 8 car? I think we're going to see some contact here. He puts the 8 in the wall.
Oh!
And Sniper makes the pass.
Oh, there's also a little bit more contact back there. I believe that was Redneck that got into it as well.
This is...
Oh, it is Redneck. Oh. Redneck wrecked, but across the line, though. That was close.
This is what the playoff brings. Sniper, like we said, must-win situation. He needed every single one of those points he can get. He saw the stage win right there in front of him, and he went for it. May have costed Cork a few points. They'll have to settle that probably on the track later on this race. But for this stage, Sniper's going to be your winner.
Yeah, and I don't think Sniper tried to do it on purpose. What looked like happened?
I don't know. I think he went in there and bumped him, and it got the rear of Cork's car loose, and then that's when he got the wall and kind of got stuck down there on the apron. But Sniper definitely dove it in there to bump him.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt there was some contact. From my point of view, it looked like Cork hit the inside wall a little bit after Sniper pinched him a little bit. So, yeah, it looked like he did it, intentional there when pinching, but that contact was so close. I think Cork may have hit the inside wall a little bit earlier before Sniper got to him.
All right, here we go. Stage 2. Sniper's going to lose the lead to Alex right now. And you're going to see these guys back their pace up for this stage in a lot. They got to go 27 laps twice to make the 54 laps required to finish the stage. And it looks like Alex is going to be the one to lead. You're going to see a ton of guys come up here and not run this dog leg. It seems like the dog leg burns your tires a little bit. Turn 3 and 4, you can go below the apron, but through the dog leg and through 3 and 4, 1 and 2, you really want to stay up above that yellow line.
Yeah, after that stage finish, Crimson, who we believe had one of the better cars on a short run, fell back a little bit, but we're going to assume he made some great adjustments, and we'll see it play as the 38 hit the wall a little bit there. But yeah, Crimson's got some work to do, but he has the car to do it.
New leader out front as well. Sniper back to the point. You got to stay up and above that seam for majority of the stage. It's going to be interesting to see who can keep the pace and still save the tires.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these guys are doing it on purpose or what, but it looks like some of them are actually on purposely are trying to run the second groove, middle groove in 3 and 4. Could that be a saving tactic?
I've seen a couple people try to run it. For me, in 3 and 4, I've never seen really a difference in the tire wear when I've gone through the corner, no matter what line. I guess it depends on your setup and stuff and how you're getting into the turn and whatnot, but they could be doing that. I mean, we're watching Sniper. He is not getting down there on the apron. For me, when you do that, it's just running the right front off the car, and it's just going to have a tough time keeping up with the tire wear.
And it looks like the 8 is going to make a pass on Alex, I believe.
Yep.
8. Yep. Here comes Redneck, too. During the practice races, he said that his car was really great, and I don't exactly know what lap times he's running currently, but on the short run, he is a really fast setup. So
what I'm looking at right now is those 4 at the front. They're kind of running pretty much the same line altogether. What I'm seeing is Flux is actually utilizing the dog leg and the apron here in 1 and 2, 3 and 4, but Flux is cutting more of the dog leg than everybody else. He actually didn't do it that time. But Crimson is actually also still low down there.
Yeah, and Crimson is still kind of struggling a little bit. I know people are saving, and he could be saving right now, but I thought with his short run speed, we may be seeing him make more moves and more adjustments to his driving style to catch up to the top 5. Still a long race though.
Yeah, we see him still cutting the dog leg almost every lap. He's probably gaining on these guys, honestly, as he's doing it. But it's gonna be tough for him to do it on tires. They're 10 laps in. They got to do 17 more on this set. We might see some pop tires, people out of fuel. Oh, Crimson now moves up.
Yeah, it looks like
everybody else.
It looks like the 8, I believe, of Cork and 19 of Sniper are starting to pull away from Alex a little bit, but don't let that fool you. I mean, right now, these guys are all so close and really under a blanket right now.
One mistake could put them back with the rest of the field. It's all about saving tire right now. These guys are trying to run as smooth as they possibly can.
Yeah, and that could be another thing too. One of these guys in the back here, back 7th, back 8th driver could be saving tire right now, while everyone else is abusing their tires, trying to stay ahead of the pack. We may start seeing someone from the back who saved out of the tire and start making up the positions that they lost, and even probably gain more at the end of the run, as we have a new leader.
Yep, Cork made the pass through the dog leg, cut it a little bit more than Sniper did. He's going to move ahead of the 19. Now he's going to set the pace for the field through this stage. I'm really seeing Sniper not using that apron through 3 and 4. He's the one guy that's like religiously not doing it. Seems like the other guys are kind of putting their car where the car wants to go once they're getting into that turn. Kind of just letting it dictate where it wants to go by itself. Sniper's forcefully keeping it above this yellow line.
And, even after making that power move, you can clearly tell that the speed is still there for both drivers, but especially with 19 of Sniper, he's still able to, stay right there. And, that just goes to show you how much that dogleg can benefit you. Like we said earlier in the race, that the options, use the dogleg or not use the dogleg, save tower or be a little bit more aggressive. And, with that pass being made, even though 19 may still be as fast as the 8, just that little bit of dogleg being cut really gave the 8 an advantage, and we're seeing him start to pull away a little bit now.
Yeah, I think part of it too is just being smart with the race car that you have. Like, these guys have put in practice. They know what they have to do to make the 27 laps. And so, if there's a guy that's running faster than you and feel like, he may be running too hard, we might as well just let him go and let him wear his stuff out and just do what you need to do to be able to make it to the end. So that could have been something that the 19 decided to do. It looks like Cork is a little bit faster, and he probably didn't want to have to battle Cork too much and burn those tires off. So I think that once he saw Cork make that aggressive move to use the dogleg, he kind of backed it up and just let him go there. I think that's the same thing that kind of happened with the 99 and Flux here in the last couple laps. And also what I think is happening with the 19 and the 16 right there through turn 3 and 4. The 19 kind of ran a higher line and just let the 16 move in front of him and start to track down Cork right now, who's still our leader. We're on lap 19, so we got about 8 more laps till we see these guys pit. It's about to start getting interesting with the tires and the fuel.
Yeah, this is a long race, folks. I mean, we still got over 30 laps in this stage, and we still got a whole nother, 70 laps or so in the final stage. So it's going to be quite a decently long race. Even though this track is only a mile, these guys are only racing for about, 312 in real life. 158 miles is still a long race considered at the pace that we're going right now.
Yeah, so this this stage right here is 54 laps. The fuel number is 27. That's why they only have to do one pit here, but it's super close on tires. This track
we have a battle
tires.
For the lead.
Yeah,
looks like Flux.
We were on Sniper there. We saw him miss the whole bottom of that turn. But now we're looking at the 16, Flux. And I think Cork might just let him go here. Maybe not.
No, it's got a battle. And that's another thing that Sniper will like to see is the battle. Chew up the tires a little bit more.
Yeah, so this stage is 54 laps, and then the final stage is 58. So they'll have to make 2 pit stops for that stage, but for right now they're just splitting this in half. This is coming up to lap 23.
Oh, battle for the lead. There's a bit of contact between the 16 of Flux and the 8 of Cork Mob.
We're still focused in on them. 16 using a ton of his tire life right now. He must feel like he has enough tire life to make it to the end here.
Hit the wall a little bit.
He did. Is Cork going to make a move? He does.
Oh, it's so close. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of defensive tactics you could use in 3 and 4, like pitching someone down.
This is not something I would want to be doing if I'm these two guys, though. I mean, Flux is pitting super early.
Oh, no.
He does not have the tire to do it. Monkey's, obviously we've got Monkey's stream. His tire light's coming on, but he's actually up to 3rd. So you see Monkey, is someone who had maybe a little slower pace to begin this race, now up to 4th place, I guess, because Flux pitted, but Flux is probably going to be on a 2-stop strategy for this stage now.
And you know what? Too, is since Flux pitted, that kind of gave everyone, hey, look, my tires are not going to be that strong compared to others. So even though right now this may not affect everyone, everyone would definitely keep an eye on this because just in case in the future he has to lead a race, he may not have the tires to make it.
Yep. Monkey unfortunately has rear end damage. I think he's got enough tire to do it though. We're watching him kind of work on the 19 car here. I don't think anybody else is pitted yet, so they must be all good on tires. Cork has the best pace out of everybody on this long run. If his tires can make it, is it this the lap that they got to pit? Let's see what it says at the line here. So 28 to go. We're gonna see probably everybody on pit road this lap.
Oh, and here we go. Got some people come in. Oh, Alex and Monkey stays out.
Oh, Monkey, I don't know about this.
Oh.
Cork, Sniper, Redneck, Math, and Crimson all on pit road this lap. Flux is already out. We're gonna see Flux come out of this cycle with a huge lead. But we're gonna watch the 99 and the 4 come down pit road here. Monkey's got enough tire to get on pit road. Everybody actually made it here, so they're gonna have one lap better tires, and have to save a little less. Stu might be going around another lap actually.
And here comes Flux, who's about to take this final 3-4 right here to complete this lap.
Yep, people should be coming out of the pits right now.
Look at that.
Huge lead, but I think that he's going to have to pit again.
Yeah, you know what? At least he pitted a little early, but to get like the cut, but unless he made some dramatic changes, which this game limits you quite a bit, unfortunately, he's going to have to pit a little bit earlier than he probably would like to this time around.
Yeah, these other guys should be good to go to the end. I just don't see him having enough tire to be able to do it. Cork actually gained a ton of time on pit road. This is the advantage of pitting that one lap early. When you come out of pit road, you're running about a second faster than Alex and Monkey were running on those old tires. So Phoenix is one of those tracks that it's beneficial to short pit. It's very hard to kind of run somebody down with only one lap fresher tires.
Redneck gets by Sniper. It looks like Sniper is still finding a tight condition in his number 19 Toyota's Camry.
Yeah, they're washing up high every once in a while here. The only thing that's going to help Monkey and Alex with is now they could be a little more aggressive. They were able to make it 28 laps, I believe. So if they do have to make a pass or somebody's holding them up, they do have the tire life to do it. But still, man, they still got to be easy on the tires, and that's why it's almost better just to pit on that lap with everybody else, because you don't lose that second on through the pit road cycle from having a disadvantage by staying out that one lap on all tires. You're so much slower, and when you come out, you still have to try to save to make it. So I believe Redneck and Cork, they're on the best strategy right now. But we can check on Cork and see where he's at relative to the 16 car. Cork is still about a corner behind him. Another thing that makes Phoenix tough is how long pit road is. That's kind of underrated at this track. Because for Flux, he could probably come in and take right sides real quick. And, maybe only lose one lap and take the free pass. But at Phoenix, with how long pit road is, depending on the pace of everybody, you're in danger of going 2 laps down. Luckily for the 16 car, we only have 9 people in the race tonight, and everybody's got pretty good pace. I don't think anybody's gonna get lapped purely on speed unless somebody spins out or something crazy. But he should be able to get the free pass if he goes only 1 lap down during this stage. But Crimson, we were talking about the pace he has, but he just does not have a car built for this stage. He cannot do the 27 laps on his tires. He's having to slow his pace way down and we can see that it's costing him. He's all the way back here, probably in ninth, and the field is a good probably 3 or 4 seconds in front of him. And Cork may be able to get to him by the end of the stage. I don't know. There's only about 20 laps left. Sniper's making a move on Alex.
That was smart driving there from Alex.
And Monkey's also going to try to get by the 99. Give a shout out to Mr. Maff in the number 2 car. Joined late. He's running pretty good here, running pretty clean, up in the 3rd position right now. I'm calling that 3rd because I think Flux is going to have to pit. I guess this is 4th, but it'll be 3rd by the end of the stage. Sniper up in the wall there. Yep.
Again, he's been finding a tight condition. Saving or not saving, it just seems like that 19 is not exactly where he wants it to be, stat-wise. And as you're saying about the leader, possibly catching Math, or whoever is in last
Flux.
place right now.
Oh,
Flux,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, it'd be Court catching Crimson. Flux is gonna have to pit. I don't think he's gonna make it. So I'm not really counting him in the conversation for the lead. But Crimson's got to try and stay in front of that 8 car.
Yeah, and Math is doing a heck of a job. I believe he is one of the newer drivers in the Firm Series.
He is. Math joined after Homestead and has ran a few races with us. He's been picking it up recently. This is probably his best run so far this season. Doing a great job during this stage.
Yeah, and we're about to see some action here with the 99 of Alex, the 4 Monkey Math, and Sniper. Oh, the 99 has to get out of the gas so much there. Get on the brake a little bit. Yeah, these guys are finding a tight condition.
These cars have to run tight during this stage to even out the tire wear from the right front to the right rear. And so, one of the biggest tricks to this track is learning how to make good pace with a really tight race car. And you can see when these guys miss the turns and stuff, miss their marks, I mean, they're just floating straight to the wall because they had to take a ton of turn out of their car to get these tires to last.
Yeah, and it's a flat track, basically, so, you have to apply more braking. The cars have to brake a little bit more harder than normal tracks. I mean, tracks just like this, New Hampshire and Gateway, the tires all wear out pretty much the same exact way it does here. And, this is one of the more trickier tracks in the game to master, saving wise and lap time wise.
Yeah, this track is very tough. It's tough enough just to have a good setup here, but then just the way that stage 2 works out with these 50% times 3 races, you just have to run
the 19
27 laps in the wall. We saw it. We caught to the end of it.
Man, like you said, you got to run tight for the tire wears to wear out good, but I mean, we're seeing it bite some people right now. Oh, another wall check from Alex.
Yeah, Sniper was the winner of stage 1. What do we got? Cork 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's running 6th now in this stage, 7th currently. But like we said, Flux is out front, pitted probably 3 laps too early. I don't think he's got the tire to make it. He does have a huge gap back to everybody else, so realistically he could back this pace down and probably bring it home 2nd. Cork's probably good. The thing that I would tell Cork would be to not get caught up in running the 16 car down and just let the 16 car fall back to him, because he knows that Flux probably isn't going to be able to do it on tires. So you see Cork kind of taking some chances right now, running this dog leg. I would tell him to kind of back off a little bit and just wait for that 16 to wear his tires out to where he can't make it. And remember we were talking about Crimson. He's only about half a straightaway from going a lap down in this stage. So tough break for the 7, just not having the car to make these 27 laps. He's got to really struggle here to try to find a way to save these tires, and the way he's doing it is just backing up his pace exponentially, and that's going to cost him probably a lap by the end of the stage.
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, the race is not over for him. By far, it's not over for him. But, in the practice races, he made such a great adjustment and was pulling away alongside with you, who, guys were both fast in the field. But, obviously the adjustments he made was great for only a short amount of time. But,
yeah, we got, yeah, I know. I'm very surprised to see this out of him. I mean, realistically, all you got to do is just tighten your car up. But if you haven't done it, you got to do it a few times, man, to figure it out. Figure out what adjustment you need, and once you figure that out, then you can just work on practicing. But yeah, we only got 5 to go here as we're coming around. Honestly, Flux should either be blowing a tire or pitting here within probably 2 laps. So we're gonna stay on cork and see what happens with the 8 car and the 16. His next couple laps, they're fighting for the lead pretty much. Crimson's just in front of them. They're still gaining on him. And if Flux has to pit, Crimson does have a chance to stay in front of Cork. There's only 4 to go now. And this may have been, Flux may have pitted early and decided to run pretty hard right there and get the gap that he has now, and then save a ton on the second run. But I mean, I don't know if he is going to be able to make it, man.
If he makes this, I mean, I know it's not going to win you the race because we still got a whole entire stage, but this will be a gutsy call that if he doesn't make it, somehow, that's going to pay huge dividends as he hits the wall a little bit.
Yeah, so that's 3. That's actually 3 to go there. I mean, even just fuel, he pitted probably with 30 to go. These cars only get 27, and there we go. We see the 16 hit pit road. That's going to give the lead up to the 8, and we're going to have to watch to find out how many laps this 16 car is going to lose through this pit stop. It might be 2 laps. 2 laps would be a huge blow to Flux. He is on the cut line.
Yeah, I think he may lose only 1 lap here, but there may be some guys who may also need to come to pit road, and we may see a blowout or 2 maybe coming to the line for the stage.
Yeah, we might.
So yeah, definitely watch out for that. Watch out for that.
I think Crimson pitted actually as well. No, he's still in front of Cork. This is 1 to go. Presented by Skew Car. Cork has taken the white flag of stage number 2. He's going to back it up into 1 and 2 here. Make sure he's got enough tire to get around, got enough fuel. We're going to see if he runs out or if he blows one. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Monkey's got a ton of tire left and enough fuel. Monkey and Alex should be good to go. Cork looks like he's close enough to coast. And that 8 car is going to win your second stage. Redneck's going to come home in 2nd. Alex in 3rd. Monkey in 4th. Looks like Math in 5th. Stu has a ton of damage at the line. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what position he got. He actually finished 6th. I think he hit the wall after he crossed the line or something. I don't know. Sniper is lagged out of the race.
I was about to say that our stage 1 winner is currently lagged out after what seemed to be a pretty decent race score for him, finding some conditions under the car. It looks like this car is finally giving it out on him.
That's going to put the 19 car in a must-win situation at Auto Club to make the Final 4. He's definitely a guy that can do it. Sniper's a good racer. But that's going to be huge. Lucky break for Flux, who had to pit there, could not make it on tires. He lost a lap, but he's going to get that back. And as they run right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Monkey Mock is now 4 points. Actually, 5 points
Cripps has
above
an
the
issue.
cup.
Cripson has an issue.
Oh,
He
he
wrecked
spun.
it. He wrecked it. He just pulled right to the left. He
He's gonna
wrecked
have a
it.
ton of damage here.
Oh man! I mean, I thought he missed his. Oh, he's gonna come pit road. I believe he didn't miss his pit stop.
Was he?
Wow.
Did he start on the front?
Yeah, he started on the front, the bottom.
Oh, yep. So he just missed his pit during
Well,
that last stage.
that might also cost his race there because he also got all that damage.
Yeah, if he had, well, I mean, even just pitting right here under green he's gonna lose a lap for sure. So he'll be a lap down to the rest of the field, the rest of the race. 99 makes a little contact with Cork. He's now running second. And now, so those adjustments that everybody made for stage 2, they're taking all that wedge, that air pressure, pumping up those tires, taking the wedge out, getting their cars freed back up for this stage. 58 laps, 2 stops, burnout rule at the end. Probably going to see whoever short pits be the one that wins this race if there's no cautions or anything like that. If it's just on straight up strategy, usually short pitting works pretty well at Phoenix if you have a good car. But right now, the 8 and the 99 still battling for this lead.
I like the line that 99 takes in 3 and 4. He actually avoids the bottom, but when he avoids it, he actually gets such good turning. He doesn't have to avoid a stack up or feel that much tight on the bottom.
Yeah, there's that seam right there just below the dark stuff. And consensus is around for this track is that you kind of want to have your left sides close to the seam, but not really over them because it'll hook your car and start to spin it out. But if you run the bottom, you can make time through there to make passes and stuff. But for lap time, it's really crucial to stay above that seam on the long runs and stuff. You just get a huge run out of 2 and down this backstretch. As you can see, he's pulling even with the 8 car. And honestly, making passes into turn 3 and 4 on the top isn't that hard. If you got a good car, you also do get a run out of 4 and can kind of keep them even. So I don't know. The top line works pretty well around this place. Cork's running the bottom right now. 99's going to get the wall. That's the one thing, though. If you get tight, you're on exit of 2. You're really close to hitting that wall pretty much every lap.
Yeah, and this lane would be really good on a restart because you could avoid all the checkups from the bottom and could just cruise on the top.
Yeah, so actually, if you have 2 cars that are pretty even, there's no lane choose rule in this game. So the car that lines up second usually has the top, and if he has a good entry into turn 1 and can kind of stay even with the lead car that's on the bottom, 9 times out of 10, and they make that pass because of the run they get off the top down the backstretch. So it is a very good line. Right now, you're seeing Cork kind of move up there. Alex is running a little too high. You want to stay in that darker shade of pavement throughout the whole turn. The only unfortunate thing is if you got a car below you and they were to slip up or maybe dive it in too deep, you're kind of leaving yourself open to getting doored and maybe put in the wall. So that's definitely a downside. But if you're just running by yourself, you definitely want to stay above that seam, kind of run a little bit of the middle line here at Phoenix through turns 1 and 2. Still a good battle for second. Flux has now made his way back into the picture. Like we said, he could not make stage 2 on 1 stop, but he was able to be the only car 1 lap down. So he got the free pass, started from the back in this stage, and has now worked his way all the way back up to second already before this
Pretty
first
impressive.
pit stop cycle. Yeah, 16 car looks fast, man. He needs to make up points on Monkey. Right now he gave up, like I said, 8 points during the stages to the 4 car, and he
And
only
that's
had a
big.
3-point gap. So,
Oh,
yep. We saw that on stream. 99 gets in the wall there, checks them all up.
and on the segues, that's pretty big for Monkey to pull away because, like we said, he may not have the best pace. He is one of the best drivers in this Pro Am series. So to give up 8 points is pretty huge, especially to a guy that doesn't have much pace.
Yeah, I mean, Monkey sitting here in 5th. I mean, even if Flux goes up and finishes 2nd, I mean, Flux is only going to get back like 3 points on him. So, unless if Monkey finishes where he's at, unless Flux wins this race, they're going to be. I think Monkey might pass him and be above the cut line going into Auto Club. So unfortunate for Flux. Kind of gave up some points there in those stages trying to figure out his car. But he also lost 3rd there to Redneck. Or I'm sorry, 2nd to Redneck. And is now in 3rd place. I think whatever happened with Alex right there kind of checked him up. And the 38 was the car that had a clear path and didn't lose momentum through all that.
Yeah, this is like to say this is like a pretty big series. Well, this is actually a pretty big series for Flux. I mean, this final stage, he needs to make up those points that he lost, and we know that his car may not make it on tires. I mean, he is one of the better short run cars here, but we've seen it hurt him on the long run. So, you can't give up points and give up a good handling car just for some short run speed.
Yeah, the only thing that's helping him out is that this stage, even though it requires a 2nd pit stop, it's only 4 laps longer, so you can really chop up those pit stops, and then you only have to run 23, 24 laps each time. So I think he'll be fine on tires, as long as he keeps the car under him, doesn't get too loose off any of these turns and get into the wall. But somebody I'm seeing whose car is really coming on right now is this 38, and he's on the outside of Cork looking to battle for this lead and maybe even take it over.
This would be pretty big if he could pass on the top. Oh, he's almost... Oh, that's so close.
Right on board off the hood of the 38. Cork's got the run, and he's going to clear him. Is he going to make a move to cross him over? He tries to. Cork blocks. He's going to stay in line for now. Lets off a little early, tries to generate a run on corner exit. Cork did a pretty good job through that turn. He didn't really lose any time.
This is incredible to see the different lanes and lines that these drivers were trying to
now
take.
The 16's on the inside of the 38. That's going to check him up as he has to adjust the line he's running. Oh, 38 onto the inside wall.
Oh, man. I mean, these guys are getting closer and closer to the inside wall. And, early in the race, we had a little incident between the leaders coming to the stage because of the wall. And now we're seeing even one of the leaders. Oh, pit road open.
Cork's pitting. These guys need to get on pit road. Redneck does actually a pretty good job gaining the time he lost. He's probably going to fix his damage. Monkey also pits. That's huge for the 4-car. Monkey's doing a great job pitting right now. I believe that short pit is the move. That's the move of the race. Even if it makes that last run a little longer, the amount of time you gain just by pitting 1 lap earlier than the rest of the field is a huge advantage. And these guys are deciding to stay out. This is also how it goes. If they pit, I mean, I don't know. You kind of got to stay out a few laps so there's actually a big enough difference in the tires. But I don't know, man. I've seen it to where I've stayed out like 2 or 3 laps, thinking that I'm going to have good tires and be able to run typical back down in some of these races, and then came out and been fucking 5 or 6 seconds behind him and never really made up the time. So I think who pitted in that group? Redneck pitting in that group, and Cork also pitting in that group, being that they were the 2 fastest cars.
I also believe Monkey
that's
going to
be huge. Yeah,
yeah.
Monkey. This is going to be huge for Monkey because he's going to put up a couple seconds on Flux and also on Alex. But for the 38 and the 8, that's going to be huge for them. They have really fast cars, and they need this time out on track with those fresh tires Math pitted kind of in the middle of the both cycles. He's coming off pit road now. And Alex and Flux are still on track. I don't know about this one. Flux super high here.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
man, they're
what.
still staying out. I mean, they got to do it now. They got to just commit to this strategy. But
Yeah.
I've never seen this work out. It's just the stage is too short. There's not enough laps to run down the cars in front of you, but before they have to pit again. Because you only get about, like I was saying, 23, 22 laps on tires. Or you only need to go 22, 23 laps on tires. So by the time these guys pit and then come back out, they're going to be 4 or 5 seconds behind the other guys. And it's going to be hard for them to make up that gap. And only, I don't know, they probably stayed out an extra 5 laps there. So, you got to think they're going to have maybe 18 to 20 laps before the other guys pit. And with how, there's not a ton of fall off at this place. So it's going to be hard.
Oh,
Flux
here comes
actually
Flux.
stayed out again.
He's coming to pit road right now as we speak.
Okay, so Alex pits 1 lap earlier than Flux. Flux decides to still stay out. And right now, the leader was Flux. I think as the 8 comes around. Oh, the 4 car gets the wall there. Where's Alex at? Alex is coming out of the pits. Where are the leaders at? They're already going by him.
Alex is coming. Yep.
So you just see that huge gap that's going to create. He's still got to get up to speed here. He's actually going to lose a spot to Stu, who wasn't even in that lead pack before the pit stops.
Wow.
So you just see just how much time that is lost by, waiting to pit there. I mean, you just absolutely cannot do it at this racetrack.
Oh! What are they doing?
We both had the same reaction. That was crazy. And you're probably going to see Alex get around Flux, I think. Flux actually did a pretty good job getting on pit road. So Alex may have just had a slower stop because Flux pitting 1 lap later because he did that. The 99 should have cycled in front of him. So actually, I don't know. They're not too far behind these guys.
Yeah, this would be pretty big for Monkey Mac, who right now is in a phenomenal position.
Those guys I don't know if they weren't running the fastest they could or if they had something happen while we were watching everybody under the cycle, but I'm going to kind of eat my words for the moment being because these guys that pitted have probably 5 or 6 lap fresher tires, and they're a lot closer than I expected them to be. I guess, I don't know. Just the pace is different or something, but from races I've been in, the guy that short pits comes out and he's running 25.7s for a
Alex
few
hit the wall
laps.
just now.
And they're gone after that.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to cut you off there, but Alex did smack the wall a little bit.
Okay, we're still riding along with Flux. He's definitely going to track down Monkey. We got 31 to go. So these guys probably got to go 7 or 8 laps, only 7 or 8 laps more before they make their final pit. So this is what I was kind of saying, like, the 16 cars got way fresher tires, but, he's only got 7 laps to go up there and close this 2-second gap that he has to Cork and Redneck. And while we were kind of watching that, the 38 and the 8 are aggressively battling for the lead right now. And Redneck has a ton of pace in this 38 car. He flipped the switch going into this stage. And it's been keeping up with the number 8 of Cork for the entirety of stage 3.
Yeah, and if Flux can get a front of Monkey, I mean that won't make him that many points, but it'll definitely put him in a better position if anything was to happen.
Yeah, that's a huge point for him. Right now, as it sits, he'd be 6 points behind the cut line. So getting that position from Monkey would be huge. I believe that Redneck is also below the cut line. Let me double check real quick. Redneck is below the cut line, so if this 38 car were to go to victory lane, that is going to move the cut line down another position, and both Monkey and Flux will be below the cut line. Cork, who's having a pretty good race right now too, I think that Flux and Monkey would like him to win out of these two, because he is already above the cut line, so him winning doesn't really affect the points. It would just officially lock him in. It doesn't affect their points. It definitely affects the points. It takes a spot away from somebody else. But if this 38 car goes and wins, it's going to shake up the points battle massively and turn, honestly, everybody's Auto Club race into a must-win. Smitty is already going to be in a must-win. Sniper, who lagged out, it will be in a must-win. And right now, 38's going for the pass. He's got the top. Got the top line on Cork. They're coming up to a car that's coming off pit road. B-New Stu probably going to stay low here and out of the way of the leaders. He's actually going to be able to get back on track. He's got fresh tires and should drive away from them. So Stu kind of doing the opposite strategy and pitting early, I think.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the early pitters. We are seeing some progress be made by them right now.
Yeah. So how many laps we got? 24 to go. We might see people on pit road this lap. Here we go. Cork's going. Oh. No, he's not. He's just running low. So this is what. So you see how far Flux is behind him. These guys could get on pit road this lap and make it to the end. It would be beneficial for them to get on pit road as soon as they can. Monkey pitting early, that gained him a position. I think if he does it again, he'll be in a good spot to maybe hold up and get fourth here. I think these guys are going to come this lap. No, they're still staying out.
Oh, 8. Hit the wall a little bit.
If I'm Redneck, I'm pitting as soon as I possibly can.
Speaking of Redneck, he's right there.
If I'm Redneck, I'm trying to beat Cork on the pit road. That'll cycle me out ahead of him, and then I'll have the opportunity to block the 8 and control the pace of the race. They're both staying out.
Interesting. I mean, the more they stay out, the more safer they will be. And then you come in pit road.
Let's see if they go around again. There he goes. 38's going to make the move.
First move being made by the 38.
That may be the winning move. Hopefully he got on the pit road clean with no penalties. The 4 car's also coming down pit road. Cork, let's see if he comes down pit road this next time.
If he doesn't, then this would be a big loss right now.
If he doesn't, I think he's going to be in trouble. He needs to get on pit road this time. He looks like he's going.
Yep.
No speeding penalties. Get on there clean. And now it'll be about who got on the pit road faster than the other guy. And whose pit crew can get it done in the box, getting those 4 fresh tires on the car.
I feel like Redneck is going to have momentum that's going to pass.
If Redneck got on the pit road good and clean, he should just, there should be about a probably about a 1 second gap between him and Cork. Because it's all about this lap that Redneck comes out, Cork technically was on track running on those old tires. And the difference between new tires and old tires is at least half a second, if not more. So we're watching the 38 come around here.
He just got nailed this corner right here, and he's going to be in the lead.
Cork's coming off pit road now. He's just exiting. 38's going to come around with momentum, like Gapo was saying. And into turn 1 and 2, he's going to cycle back around the number 8.
Look, I think Redneck did a masterful job, but just because how the track is, he didn't get as much as we anticipated.
He didn't get as much getting into pit road, but he's had a couple speeding penalties so far in the season. And you know, I'm glad to see that he's at least giving himself a chance here at the end instead of
But you know what though?
ruining it on pit road.
You know what though? A couple of things though is that depending on how the tires wear, Redneck may have better tire wear than Cork. So overall, he may be a lap fresher. It may still even out.
Yeah, the one lap of tires here is really not a big deal, especially now that Redneck has the clean air. Um, and I mean, he looks like he's put a car length or two on Cork. Redneck has had a good enough car to stay right on the back bumper of the 8 car the entire stage. So, I mean, and now that this track position is flipped, I mean, this is huge. I believe that this 38 car could punch his ticket in to the next round and the championship race at Las Vegas. He's going to need 16 clean laps here to get it done, and I mean, I think he's praying for no cautions. I would be. I think he's got the car to do it, man. Just no mistakes here. Run clean lines. Make sure that 8 car's still behind you at the end of the race. While we're watching this battle for the lead, I want to run through our sponsors real quick because we haven't done that yet this stream. As always, shout out SKUCar. Head over to SeatGeek.com. You'll get $20 off your first ticket purchase to any live event if you use code SKUCar at checkout. All capitals, SKUCar at checkout for $20 off on SeatGeek. Also, Cork Mob, who's right here in this 8 car, he was your West Higgins ORV Pole Award winner tonight with the 25.832. We have, it'll be huge actually. Oh, hold on, we got a battle for the lead here.
Battle for the lead. We're getting caught up talking about some of the greatest sponsors ever.
Cork's got the inside. Is he going to finish the move here through 3 and 4? Redneck's got it. I like this top line out of 4. I think he can have momentum there and hold him to the bottom, but Cork's going to take the dog leg shortcut, if you will. Pull about a half a car in front of Redneck. He's going to try the slide job. Wasn't enough room to get it done.
You know, this is big because you're giving the guy with theoretically fresher tires clean air now.
So now Monkey and Flux can breathe again as Cork has now made his way out to the front.
You know, they may be competitors, but I believe this 8 car may have some fans on the track right now racing.
Yeah, it's just gonna. It would just be a huge shakeup if Redneck won this race. Redneck was not very confident about his race car for this track, and him, along with a few other guys, put in a lot of work throughout the weeks. We give Redneck and Ken Rod a shout out. Both of them have ran a lot of lobbies with me the last couple weeks, getting ready for this race, and right now it's paying off for Redneck. It's just all about experience at this place, and once you kind of get a handle on what you're doing, you're confident. And look at this time that he gains on the 8 car all the way to the bumper.
I'm very surprised that the 38's still able to do that with the older tires. I mean, we are coming up to what, like 11 to go, 12 to go?
Yeah, I would have to get back to Monkey Stream.
Oh, looks like Redneck's got a little too tight. Made her give up too much ground doing that, though.
He did give up about 2 car lengths there on exit.
And that's big for a short track now, too.
Yes. They're under 10 to go. I think that's 8 to go right there.
There's a lane that not many people talk about, but with the preset with the older vehicles, you actually can kind of dime in the corner dramatically. I mean,
we got a car spun.
They come up on the track.
They are coming up on the track right in front of these leaders.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Oh, that's gonna crush the 38's chances there.
He still has a chance, though. I mean, he didn't lose that much.
That's a huge development, actually, for the cutoff line, because I think that kind of puts Redneck out of the race, but that also is Flux that spun. So now Monkey is probably going to get another 4 or 5 points on the 16 car.
All right, so right now, I'm the 38. You know, that was a huge crushing blow. I mean, even though he lost a little bit of time, I mean, this is time that he has to gain now. And, you right now the third eight just cannot make a mistake. He's still in this race. I mean, just the same way a car wreck could be the same way a caution comes out, or could be the same way the leader gets slowed down. Because that
Yeah,
wreck.
he's making his
You know,
time back through. He's so
yeah,
much better than Cork on entry into turn 3. He
yeah.
just needs to put a 1 and 2 together and keep gaining on that entry to 3. This
I
car's
like what
good,
he's doing
man. He's
right here.
right here. We get down to that yellow, get that run off.
I like what he's doing. He's setting the car on the bottom, which is cutting the track a little bit, but he's also able to manage to keep his RPMs on the exit, and that's how he's able to get these amazing runs at 3 or 4. And then all the time
Oh,
oh,
I think he
saw a
might
little
have
bit of a
lifted.
light.
I think he had to lift out of 2 there.
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Perfect. The 8 messed up his entry a little bit. Take advantage of it right
4
now.
to go. It'll be 3 to go at the line. Remember, the burnout rule is in effect, so we're knocking off the final lap for the leader to do his burnout. So this will be 3 to go here as they cross the line. Redneck's got a shot at this. Cork's car is kind of falling away from him.
Losing a
And
little bit
Redneck
of time.
seems like he's running maybe a little pissed off because of what happened earlier there. I mean, he's right on that seam, which is sketch, but he's doing it well. He's able to run through there, keeping pace.
It's right
He's
there.
close.
He is right there.
Does Redneck put the bumper to the... Oh, he gets the wall. We've seen him do that earlier. His strength has turned into his weakness here late in this run.
Okay, I got 2 more laps left to do this. And all that time that he was working on court is just gone, unfortunately.
2 to go here.
But I think he can make it exciting.
He might be able to get to his bumper, but I don't think he's close enough to really pull a move. I don't know. This is going to be 1 to go, presented by Skew Cars. Court comes out of 4 with the lead. Cuts the dog leg here at Phoenix.
Send it.
Does Redneck try something crazy? Remember, Ross Chastain moves are not allowed, but we'll see what he does.
He can get there, though.
Out of turn 2 for the final time. I think he's going to be okay with finishing second.
Yeah.
And this 8 car is going to cross the line, and Cork Mob is going to win and lock himself into the Final 4 at Vegas. Congratulations to Mr. Cork. Got it done tonight.
Nice job.
From Phoenix. That's going to be Cork's 3rd win on the season, 1st win in the postseason.
That's the best way to win. Start winning in the playoffs.
I think he won Indy Roval and maybe Pocono or something. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But he's going to add a Phoenix win to his resume in the Pro-Am series.
A good track to win, too.
Yes.
How about that, though?
So Redneck brings it home 2nd. Alex, who's always in the booth, brings it home 3rd. He'll be back here again. Monkey brings it home 4th. Stu gets a top 5. Math brings it home 6th. I think 7th went to Crimson. 8th went to Flux. And Sniper finished at 9th. So congratulations to Cork Mob. We're going to add these. It's Cork, Redneck, and... Alex, who's probably already in here.
Man, what a race and finish. Sucks that the stage 1 winner and the stage 2 winner didn't have. No, Cork did win stage 2, correct?
He did.
Wow, so even better. I mean,
and the pole. He almost swept it.
He almost swept it all.
Cork, Redneck, and Alex.
Yeah, I mean, did you expect the finishing results? Either way, though.
I didn't expect a Redneck to honestly compete like that. I thought Redneck had probably a 3rd best car or something. But damn, he showed that he was in it to win it there at the end. Definitely big letdowns of the night is maybe the 7 and the 16 spinning there at the end, and
yeah, and
Crimson just not having
race
the
pace that we expected.
yeah, the tire saving abilities that he needed to have. Those are huge moments in the race. But we're gonna wait for these guys to join.
There's our
I'll
runner-up.
I'll do the winner and third, and I'll let you interview Redneck Capo.
Sounds fine to me.
All right, Cork. What's up, buddy?
I gotcha.
Congratulations on another win, third win of the season, first in the postseason. This might be the biggest one yet. Locks you into the Final Four at Vegas. Talk us through your race. Won the pole, won a stage, and the race, obviously. So, how'd the car feel tonight? What did it, take to get through stage 2? And then talk about that battle with Redneck at the end.
Um, yeah, the car. Although me being on pole, the car was definitely not the fastest on the track. I think Flux and Redneck both had faster cars than me in general. I think by a little bit, but I was just able to keep with them and just kind of outlast them. Also had a string of pretty solid pit stops that got me up front. Stage two. Stage two was a battle. My first pit stop, I finished on 0% on my right rear tire. So I cut that pretty close. But made it out of that one alive. Got the stage. And then that battle at the end with Redneck. Probably some of the best racing I've ever done. I was nervous, I will admit. But yeah, great race. Car was good enough.
Uh, were you was short pitting the plan throughout that last stage? Was that the plan you had going into it?
Yeah, I was planning on not running not running my fuel all the way out, so I could be more aggressive with my driving style. And still, I had to make the 2 pits, so it worked out.
And then what'd you see with the 16 right there? You weren't really affected from it. I think you moved to the top lane. But was he ghosting on your guys' screen or no?
Um,
No.
yeah, when we
Okay.
got to him, he was not ghosted.
Okay. Well, nevertheless, it worked out for you. Congratulations on the win, buddy. You're locked in at Vegas. You excited for that one, obviously. You got a good car going into that place.
I really don't, so I'm gonna have to put in some work to it. Get that all straightened out,
Well,
so
with
we can
this
give it
win,
a good shot.
with this win tonight, you don't necessarily have to focus on Auto Club, so you'll be able to spend some more time on Vegas and make sure you're ready to go for that race. But everybody, this is your winner tonight, Mr. Cork Mob. Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Redneck for that race there at the end. That was really good, really fun, and I always enjoy close races.
All right, thank you, buddy. We're gonna head over to Gapamuso, who's with Redneck, our second place
Yeah.
finisher.
So, Redneck, awesome job, man, getting a runner-up finish. Unfortunately, some lap traffic wreckage and the inside wall bit you a couple of times there in that race. Tell us about the race. How did you feel having to battle with such a strong and one of the more impressive cars on the track?
I gotta say that this is probably my favorite race of the season so far. It was pretty close quarters, but it was a lot of fun. Stage one, I ended up in like seventh place at one point. I think I worked my way back up to third. That was fun to climb through the field. The second stage, I needed like one more lap probably because Cork would have probably blown his tire, or he would have. He had 0% when he crossed the line. I need like one more lap. And stage three, I tried short pitting him. Pit crew gave me a 16-0 as a stop, so not great. But it was a fun battle. And then what really dug me in right there at the end was when I hit the inside wall a little bit. That's because I was gaining on him quite a bit there towards the end. I think I might have had a chance at getting him, but
Yeah, I mean, awesome job though, nonetheless. Unfortunately, you're still down points by a little bit and heading into Auto Club. It's definitely not as good as locking yourself in. I mean, it makes your job easier though. Now,
yeah, it
well,
does.
pretty much in a must-win situation. Depending on how the points shuffle out tonight and who makes it, who has issues next week. But nonetheless, congratulations on your runner-up.
Yep,
And
thank you.
I just want to shout out to Cork and to Alex, who are also our podium finishers, and congratulations to Cork to win the race.
Yeah, shout out Cork for the fun battle and Alex because we were around each other like the whole night for the most part. That was a lot of fun. And shout out Skukar as well.
Always shout out Skukar. Uh, but all right, we're gonna move on to our third place finisher. Alex finds his way into the top three again. This is his fourth race up in the booth in a row. We kind of joked about that. We've kind of joked about that throughout the season because he always finds a way to get an interview after these races. But that's the reason why he was your regular season points champion. So talk us through your race, buddy. How'd you get through that second stage? And then how'd you get past Monkey at the end there for third place?
Yeah, pretty standard race, I guess. Stage one, I did pretty decently. We were racing up there, me, Cork, Sniper, and Redneck. And then they had that weird incident on the final lap, so I managed to snag a second place. Stage finish was good. Stage two, I was just, super conservative. I made a couple adjustments on pit road, but I was just driving it super easy. I drove it a little bit too easy on the second stint. I had some tire to spare, and so I probably could have. I think I finished third. I could have maybe at least challenged Redneck for second, but I conserved a little bit too much. And then the final stage, I don't know. I guess I messed up the pit strategy because both times whenever I came out, they were pretty far ahead of me. And then once I came out of the pits on the second stop and they were like 3 seconds ahead, I knew I was destined for another third place finish. Battle with Monkey there, managed to get around him, and then at that point I'm like, well, unless one of these two mess up, I'll take my third place and just move on. But solid points day. Cork winning helps me points wise now. Do have a decent gap going in Auto Club, so just need another boring third place day and go on to Vegas.
Yeah, obviously you're not able to lock yourself in with the win, um, but I think you'll be in a situation that even if we have a new winner, you're gonna be the one that moves um, on points. So it's not a complete guarantee, but you're definitely getting closer to that. I want to go ahead and go through the points situation real quick. I've not added up the points yet, but Flux kind of had a tough run tonight during stage, I believe, one, and then obviously there at the end. Monkey was able to get, I think we said that Monkey was 5 points over the cut line going into stage three, and then whatever happened with Flux at the end, that'll probably be another 4 or 5 points. And Redneck, who was behind Monkey by 9 points, he finished better in both stages and at the end there. So that gap between Monkey and Redneck is going to close. And once we get the points done, I think that the cut line battle is going to be pretty darn close between those three. Smitty and Sniper are going to be in must-wins to get into the final round. And Stu and Cork are now locked in due to Stu's win last week and Cork's win this week. So that'll be in the headlines here pretty soon. Post race, I'll be able to get these points done and get them out in front of everybody's eyes so they can see what the situation is going into Auto Club. But that's all I got for everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. We're going to wrap it up. Make sure you tune back in on Thursday. Same channel, same time, just a different day. and we'll get another good battle here at Phoenix, just with the Pro Series guys. See if any of them can win their way into the Final Four. But y'all have a good night. Make sure you tune in then. Thank you.